I am sick and tired of this modern day wannabe gangster, stupid, immature, childish hood nigga shit. Couple of days ago, recently actually, before yesterday, I'm going to my barber. And my barber is phenomenal. He's amazing. He's an amazing guy. He's very well proficient at his craft. He's very well respectful. He's an entrepreneur. He's not one of these like big chain barbers, open up a store and then, you work under your own boss and it's a million employees. He's an entrepreneur just like many of us. So he has his own little barbershop, and his barbershop is like this little shed beside his house. So it's pretty small. It's not really a big store. He's an entrepreneur. He makes good money. He's respectful, proficient at his craft. That's the most important thing. He's very good at his craft. You can see how good, like, he sorted me out, right? He's a very good barber. And I came a little bit early before yesterday. I went to the place and I was a little bit early, like five-ish minutes early, right? And I walk into this shed, to the the little cabin he has his barbershop and equipment and all of this stuff in. And I walk inside and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How are you doing? The greetings and everything. And, I stick my hand out normally and I just shake his hand, right? He handshakes me, says, how are you doing? All of the small talk bullshit, right? Whatever. And because this shed is small, it's not really big. It's not big, it's almost like the square area of, I don't know, whatever, like 10 by 10 feet, right? It's not big. 100 square feet, maybe even less, right? Maybe 80 square feet. Point is, it's not big. I walk inside, handshake him, and he's cutting someone, right? He's doing the barbershop stuff for someone. He's cutting his hair and everything, giving him a fade, whatever. And it would be rude almost. It would not be classy. It would not be ideal. It would be immature, not manly if I just completely disregarded the person sitting and getting a haircut, right? So it's better for you to shake the guy's hand and at least like say hello to the person he's cutting. But the way I do things is I actually go up to the guy, I handshake him, say hello, whatever, little small greeting. So I walk up to this guy, the guy who's getting his haircut, right after I say my greetings to my barber. Phenomenal guy, I really like this guy. So walk up to the guy and catch this. I stick my hand out to handshake him, right? I stick my hand out, try and give him a handshake, and you know what he does? This guy getting the haircut, right? I stick my hand out to handshake him. You know what he gives me? He gives me not a handshake in return. He doesn't stick his hand out like this. Not even his right hand. I don't even remember, right? But he gives me this. This is what he gives me. This little floppy hand. He basically gives me this, right? This little floppy hand. I'm sticking my hand out like this, and he just gives me like a little floppy hand, like a little girl, right? This is how women handshake, like this little classy, dainty wrist type woman shit. He gives me his. Keep in mind, this guy is like bearded, whatever. I think he was older than me, maybe even my age, right? Say around my age. Sticks his hand out, gives me this. Now, I've unfortunately gotten a little bit used to, the stupid dap bullshit. I really don't like it, but I've understood it, right? I got a little bit used to it. But I started to really, really hate it. So I'm persistent, right? I'm sticking my hand out and it's almost like this, right? He's basically giving me this and my hand out is like this. So I try and like grab his hand for a handshake because most people, at least they understand what a handshake is and they like fix up, and actually give me the handshake. But this guy persists. He's sitting right there, doesn't even stand up. But I understand, you're sitting barber. Sometimes you don't want to stand up, but there's a problem of guys not standing up when people try and handshake them. People generally don't stand up these days, which is pretty pathetic. When a man comes to handshake you, you stand up. This guy, whatever, barber, he's getting his haircut. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. No problem, okay? But he keeps his hand like this and I attempt to handshake it, but he persists, this little sloppy shit, right? And then when I grab his hand, he just kind of like does this weird sliding movement where he slithers around my hand. I'm having trouble replicating it, but it's just like this weird like slithery movement. And at that point, I'm already like annoyed, and you might think I'm making a big deal out of it, but it's a general problem today, and I'll get to that in a second. But he just slithers around my hand, and at that point I was like, whatever, man. But that's not all. He slithers around my hand, doesn't like handshake it or anything, slithers around it, and then I hear a snap. And at that point, I'm just like, man, what is wrong with people? Obviously, I kept my composure. I kept, stoic. This stuff, I don't react to this stuff. It's just in my own mind, right? But it just like slithers around my hand and like snaps. What the fuck did our world go to? I understand like this weird casual shit that people like to do nowadays. Maybe it's whatever, cool if you're super, super close friends. I've never met this guy. I've never seen this guy in my entire life. And I walk up to him like a normal guy, trying to handshake him, trying to introduce myself, whatever, right? I'm not even trying to make big talk with him. It's literally just a handshake, the most simple thing in the world. And you need to understand, handshakes, just a handshake, just one handshake can tell an entire story and can portray an entire image about your character. Imagine, now I'm probably never gonna see this guy again, but imagine if I'm going up to this guy and we wanna do business together, or it's the start of a long-term relationship. And just that one first impression, handshakes tell you a lot. Handshakes tell you so much to the point where this is literally still in my mind, and I'm making a whole like little speech about it, because it's not just specifically about the handshake, it's about the whole culture and how like men are not really men anymore, and it comes down to the most simple, minute thing. One handshake. I'm not asking, go do some crazy shit. I'm asking for a handshake and you come slithering around and like snapping around like this. I don't understand what this is supposed to be. I know like black people especially have this in their culture, whatever. But this guy, bro, you look at his face, you get a flashbang. You literally get flashbang. This is the whitest guy in the world. I don't know what he's trying to do. Some hood nigga shit. I don't know. Like, it's so immature and so childish. And again, this guy was not young. He was not a kid, right? He's not a kid. Bearded, he's getting his beard faded and everything, and he starts doing this slithery, like, feminine shit. I come up to you with this, right? Now, fist bump is a little bit different, right? I'm not talking about that. But I come to you like this, and you come to me like this, whatever, you can adjust, whatever. But I come to you like this, right? I come to you with a handshake, and you start giving me this dainty little feminine, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Have you never learned how to handshake before? It's the most simple thing. And that's not it. A couple of weeks ago, actually, I went up to Apple, right? And I understand Apple's a pretty liberal company. I went into the Apple store to get my mother's laptop repaired, right? I wanted to do the talking and help her out and everything. I walk inside. I normally walk inside, handshake the person I'm dealing with. Again, handshakes are very important. You need to stop understating the importance of such a primal first impression. That's the first impression you get of a guy. You look at him, you can't really tell much. You can kind of tell, but you can't tell as much as when you shake his hand. That's the first point of contact, the first point of touch, of actually connecting with the person. Because you can look at a million people, but you're not going to touch a million people. The true first point of contact between a man and another person, between you and whoever, is a handshake. It's a handshake. And when I walked up to this guy, he was like the when you walk into Apple, you might get like a little specialist, right? Specialist to take care of you, to take care of, whatever you need, your Apple thing needs repair. I walk up to this guy. I don't know what's up with Canada. I really don't know what's up. Maybe this is just a Canada thing, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you experience this in your own country and you're outside of Canada. Maybe it's a Western thing, but I walk up to the guy. This guy's 45 years old. And for some reason, he's wearing a mask. He's the only guy inside the entire Apple store. And it's 2025, and he's wearing a mask. He's wearing one of those medical masks. Whatever, right? I'm not that quick to judge. Maybe he's sick, and he doesn't want to spread. Cool, whatever. I'm not going to judge. Walk up to him with my hand stuck out like this. And keep in mind, my mother's beside me, right? So she can see this whole interaction. I walk up to him, and I stick my hand out. Hey, I don't remember his name, right? But let's call him Jim. Are you Jim? Nice to meet you, I'm Ali. He just stares at my hand like that. And his hands down literally at his sides. He's just staring at my hand and, hey, nice to meet you, in this like high-pitched, estrogenic voice. Hey, nice to meet you. And my hand is still stuck out, like he's making it awkward for me, right? Hand still stuck out, probably like 3 seconds. Hey, Jim, nice to meet you. Hey, Ali, nice to meet you. And at that point, I just kind of lower it because of the awkwardness, right? But I can easily, change an awkward situation into something normal. So I just kind of go into it. I pretend like nothing happened, but that's stuck in my mind. Guy's probably twice my age. I'm 20 years old, right? The guy, he had like some I don't even know. He looked older than me, right? He had a beard, I think. I don't really remember, but he was older than me and I had my whole hand stuck out there and my mother is just watching this interaction between me and this guy and I have my hand stuck out and I swear to God, it felt like time stopped because of how awkward this is. Do people not handshake anymore? Do you not stick your hand out and greet a man normally anymore? What the hell happened? Genuinely what happened? A handshake is like one of my favorite ways of introduction of meeting someone, right? And sometimes with ladies, you know, if it's a casual lady, you meet like one of the friends of your concubine, whatever, right? Fist bump. Okay, cool. Sometimes you don't want to be overly formal with the ladies, but if it's a guy you've never met in your life, and you're about to introduce yourself, the least you can do is accept and return a handshake. I genuinely don't understand where has manhood gone. And maybe like, you know, I'm a 20-year-old. What do I know about manhood? You know what I know about manhood? A fucking handshake. That's what I know about manhood. Oh, you maybe watch the comments, by the way. Oh, all of this and you're not Sigma, bro. What's Sigma? What are you talking about? You little child. You little retard. All I'm asking for is a handshake. And you're giving me this shit. Imagine. What the hell has happened? What the hell has happened? There's one thing you need to understand, which is the importance of something as simple as a handshake. It might seem so minute and so stupid and almost like silly to think about, but it makes all the difference. If you want to get to, you probably watch this, Connor, right? You want to get to high levels in life. You train at the gym. Whatever, you read books, you try and be different than the modern zombies of the world who exist, not live. You try to be slightly different. Okay, cool. But you're neglecting this one thing, which is the window into the connection of another human being. The first point of contact, a handshake, and you're neglecting it. Maybe it's just a bias I've seen recently, but so many people are neglecting it. I don't understand. Listen, if I ever meet you or you know, one of my people or anyone in general one day, the one thing you can do to automatically, like immediately, right? I'm not the person to quickly judge. You know, if you're, again, like I said, you're wearing a mask for some reason, maybe you're sick. I don't know, maybe you're extremely like anorexic. Maybe you got into you have some weird disease or you got really injured, whatever. I'm not a person who's quick to judge in general, right? I can make some little judgments in my own mind, but I won't describe and paint the whole picture of your character. The one thing, the quickest and most surefire way for me to quickly judge your character is your handshake. Worst of all, if you give me this, what the fuck is this? I swear to God, this shit pisses me off so much. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when I handshake someone, I feel a genuine sense of like, okay, connection and acknowledgement of at least some sort of manhood you have. And then we get people like this and people who don't even handshake because, oh, I don't know what you're like germs. Oh, germs, bro. Germs. You're afraid of germs from a handshake? You have more problems to worry about than the fucking germs. Mr. Apple Store employee. Right? There's nothing against Apple, man. I love Apple. I have a MacBook Air here, a MacBook Pro here, and I'm recording this on, guess what? An iPhone, right? I love Apple, but this has actually gone too far and it's become ridiculous. It's genuinely become ridiculous. So from today, I want you to ensure you never go up to someone, and even your friends that you know have been casual with, you're close with. Hey bro, dap me up, slither around, like snap, handshake, weird like rapper shit. What is this rap culture nowadays, right? I don't understand why people are so in love with musical vomit, mumble vomit words. Mumble vomit. It's like, hey, I pull up in the crib, I show the fucking shorty and then the Glock and then I pulled out and then I smacked her and then... What is this? This is literally word vomit. You're grabbing a bunch of words, adding a bunch of artificial sound coming from software. It's not even real instruments anymore. You're grabbing sounds from software, jumbling them up, putting them in some weird like studio beat, changing the reverb. It's no longer real instruments. No drums, no trumpet, no piano, no like electric guitar. Even I fucking love the electric guitar, man. None of this shit. It's just grab soundboard, make a bunch of buttons and noises, change the reverb, increase the amplification, fuck around with the audio, and then pull up in the club and shorty looked at me, and then shorty saw me in the Rari. I pull up in the crib, showed them the fucking Glock, and then I fucked her. And this is where like young modern influence, right? It's so rappers have such a tight influence on young men. And you see like young, kids try and wear like this stupid ski mask shit and they have like loaded firearms in their pocket. And they talk about, oh yeah, man, I carry, I'm strapped, bro. I'm strapped, I know about guns. Your gun's illegal. You don't know the difference between a rimfire or center fire. You don't know how to sight in your, you don't have to, scope a sight in your sights. You don't have to do anything. You literally don't have to do, you carry a gun because you think it's cool when you have no idea how dangerous that shit is. It's kind of like fighting. When untrained people, they want to get street fight, man. I'm going to enter a street fight. You go 3 months Dagestan and forget, you come back, you never want to street fight again because you know how dangerous this is. And then you get 14-year-olds, 14-year-olds. My little sister had an incident at her school in Toronto, right? There's like 14-year-old or something, or 15. I don't know, this is like school shootings, man. Little kids like doing school shootings and what is wrong with you? What is wrong with modernity? This is kind of going like into a big rant, but it all comes to something as simple as what you're influenced by. This rap, I pull up with the ski mask and then I snort the fucking... This is gonna get clipped hard, bro. This is gonna get clipped hard. But for the love of God, get your handshakes right because it's a lot more important than you think it is. A lot more important, and stop with this stupid modern faggot shit. For the love of God. Fix up your attitude, fix up your mindset, fix up the way you think, and actually get some good, not even mentors, but influences in your life. Maybe it's not your father, but whatever, read some religious books, look up to some actual healthy males. It's pretty pathetic, man, what this world has come to right now. Handshake, I get this. Handshake, I get nothing. Give me a handshake, bro. Fucking hell, for the love of God. If you want to join a brotherhood of like-minded men with similar philosophies where we fight every single day, make money every single day at 9 a.m., trade the Nasdaq, I get your testosterone to over 1,000 nanograms per deciliter, the best men's community on the internet, where I speak to you every single day and we connect and we have meetups all over the world, then click the first link in the description, brother. Join Blackthorn Capital. Wish not for a lighter load, but for a stronger back.